afternoon to all present, special to engineer Oscar Moreno. We are team 4, made up of Kimberly Carrillo, Carol Muñoz, Yvonne Ramirez, Oscar Yaguapaz, and myself, Daisy Arasa. Then we will present our project, MobilDecor, a venture designed to care of the environment by providing the best service to our customers for their cell phones. Your venture is dedicated to the development of case for different smartphones. We use organic and environmentally friendly raw materials such as wheat flour as the main ingredient. Our main objective is to provide protection to the cell phones of consumers without neglecting the style and originality, but in turn we want to contribute to the environment. We are aware that today the biggest environmental problem is the rampant use of plastic. So, MobilDecor seeks to curb this problem in a different way.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Carrillo. Will talk about opportunities. Potential for new clients. We call reserve several people who are interested in the environment and distract the people reach many more and the world the country enough to the our entrepreneurs in the monetary recognized way. Possibility on online work. The growing global interconnection allows the organization to enter the market, targeting and geography. Dispense customized base and with the possibility of solving the taste needs and preferences through the web. Threats. Disheartening view a current job market. Will be current manifestation in the country many businesses are beginning affect and even permanently close. The crisis in even the endangers critical essence, financial, human reputation, and even very country. Market trend. When new innovative products are launched on the market, they become under many customers want to the arc with the benefits. The risk is they want to go out the style self-fail. So important the product with potential in short, medium, and long term. Thank you.
The short-term objectives are to improve visibility in the different online channels through digital marketing campaigns and promotions, as well as to increase sales by 10% in the next 3 months by reducing price and increasing demand, increasing advertising, participation, and cementing the audience. While the medium-term objectives are to innovate new products by designing, creating, and evaluating new products and education models, improve marketing strategies by increasing our presence in various media. Through advertising campaigns such as pilots on social networks and increase sales through a strategic marketing plan.
Strategic business objective. Long-term 5 years. In 5 years, the objective is mostly at national level and to the market the product. At the level, also the goal of obtaining wealth now. Establishments so that customers can approach and purchase and the product. Elements of business philosophy. Vision. Find out the way work transparently and efficiently to solve problems or your clients. Being reference company that does provide our best possible quality service, embracing and with the will be cost and impact on the environment. Mission: promote care of the environment along life and your phones and your using products that do not contain plastics and raw material and components. They are toxic, not natural. Beginning. Social responsibility, transparency with co-workers and clients, adaptability to a change and new scenarios. Values: honesty, passion, collaboration and responsibility, and efficiency.
Determination of the universe. To determine the universe we consider the population between the age of 50 to 29 years old, residing in 6 parishes of the Valle de los Chillos located between Quito and Rumiñahui cantons, which are part of the province of Pichincha. To collect the population data we base ourselves on the last population census INEC 2010. Through a long investigation, we obtained the data of each parish and added those data, and as a result, we obtained a universe of 65,805.
A statistical package for the social sense was used to tabulate the information obtained from applying the design surveys. This statistical computer program that was originally used only in social science and applied science research, but is now also used in the field of market research. We put the previous dates in the program and it automatically helps use the respective tabulation.
Of the total number of people survived, 65% are 20 years of age or older, 55% are female, and 45% are male, and most of them live in the sector of Sangoki, followed by Konokoto. As for the brand of the cell phone used among the respondents, Samsung is the most common with 50%, followed by Huawei and Xiaomi. For the protection of the cell phone, they prefer it to be complete, and as for the design of the case, they prefer it to be with design. The results of the survey show that 100% of the respondents show interest in acquiring a case made from seats. They also state that they would like to be part of the case design process. The analysis of the results can be summarized as follows. Of the total respondents, both men and women are in the age of 20 years and older, and most of them live in the sector of Sangoki. Respondents express interest in acquiring the case and prefer that this is complete, that is to say that covers the back and front of the cell phone, and has a design which they would like to customize.
We have created three general questions about to use an organic smartphone cases. And fortunately, the more than 50% in these questions answered that probably they will use an organic smartphone case for the future by our company.
Current, historical, and projected business offer. As we didn't find exact data of previous offers and qual adventure, the data of the offers was based on information collected from the INEC 2014 and venture related to the sale of accessories and technology, and projected according to ACLAS and IMF and growth. Obtaining the following data that shows that these business models doesn't exist with greater demand and that is beneficial for our project because it is innovative. Historical, current, and projected demand. The behavior of product demand is presented according to the next census, which includes Valle de los Chillos separately and seeks to predict the number of potential consumers willing to purchase the product. Show the quantitative method based on historical background. Our data is based on the last census of the national level in next 2010. For this reason, since we don't have current data, we rely on the population growth rate according to each province in the year 2001 and 2010 to be able to find our demand presented.
Potential demand. To determine if our product will be successful in the market, we need to determine the potential demand by subtracting the demand and the offer. We obtain the unsatisfied demand. To the unsatisfied demand, we multiply by the potentiality factor, and as a result, we obtain our potential demand. In conclusion, MobilDecor's products will have a large number of potential consumers because there is a large amount of unsatisfied demand. That is to say, it has a high probability of success in the market.
order to decide on the best place for the business, three factors were taken into account. The first one, the number of competitors that are around that are dedicated to the same. The second, if there are suppliers nearby. And the last one, the means of transportation available for the mobilization of customers and or. Based on this and using the method by points, it was concluded that the alternative 7, single key, is the best. For the size of the business, three alternatives were proposed based on the demand and the assumption of an increase of 0.05% of capacity to meet the demand. Alternative 1 with 0.05%, Alternative 2 with 0.10%, and Alternative 3 with 0.15%. After the respective analysis, it was concluded that the best option is Alternative 2. In the tables, we can see the alternatives and their projection and also a schedule of attention. 10 primary activities of the value chain were identified. The first is the reception of the order, which is the beginning of the process in which the customer data are taken. The second is the acquisition of raw materials. The third is the mixing is here that the mass of the modeling is prepared. The fourth is the forming and molding. The fifth is the drying where the resistance is given to the case. The sixth, the filling and polishing. The seventh, the personalized design, where the design chosen by the customer is made. The eighth, packaging. The ninth, the control is checked that the order is as indicated. And 10, the shipping and delivery of the product. Customers can come to the store or can wait for the order at home if it is within the city.
Within the operational management process, we must take into account the identification of equipment, machinery, supplies, raw materials, and labor, in order to determine or require investments of classify them into tangible assets and intangible assets to better develop. For this reason, we made a table about identification of equipment in a period of interpretation of 10 years. Is of the almost important science, it not only influences the aesthetics, it will also affect the productivity of the business. Therefore, MobilDecor has determined that within the first 4 years within the team, we will have one computer, one printer, and one cell phone that will be more than enough to be able to supply the production and attention of our product. And after the first 4 years, we will increase twice as many products because it aspires to have more consumers and in turn more employees. It also machinery identification. The importance of the machines in production is indisputable and immense, since they increase and speed up producers' perfect products, save effort, and satisfy many needs. Therefore, MobilDecor wanting to provide a quality product, determine the machines, and that we held the process and finishing of the product until approximately the first 6 years, when I will be large machinery that can supply a note, and from year 6 it can be duplicated, except the polishing machine that in year 5 is already doubled down to the amounts to be processed and the size and useful life and wear of the product. On the other hand, we have input and raw materials. According to the table observed, for the elaboration and creation of the product, the following materials called inputs will be used, that are materials already processed and that serve for the development and creation of the products. Since each cell phone has its measurements, that is why the supplies are the main base to be able to touch to each one of them. And differ depending on the material. That's how we use the different quantities and that we have projects in within a 10 years vision within the table. What first? Big adventure that is just beginning the students of the Universidad de las Fuerzas Armadas Este will be used in the field of management and innovation of the venture as the main producers of cell phones protectors. For the workforce, a display of areas must be made in each area. The number of people is shown, which is shown below, and that will be more than enough to make MobilDecor a venture with a future. Moving on the relatively important point to define the project and decide if it is convenient or not. We have a list of recurring investment divided into tangible asset and intangible asset. We have a clear horizon on our MobilDecor venture. We must make an initial investment calculation. This amount of money must support the operation that start the development or venture. Investment of intangible assets. The types of the assets are physically imperceptible, but they have a value. They can generate economic benefits for our enterprise as well. The intangible assets are detailed below. Having previously paid for all the supplies, we can see in the table the individual costs that each one will bring us. The additive gives us intangible investments of $542 with 88 cents. Tangible assets. This type of assets, since any natural assets can be seen and touched, can provide future economic benefits or business such as office equipment, furniture, and fixtures because they are necessary for the adoption or business premise, display our products, and to properly install our work office. In the same way, the individual cost of each object has been made and gives us the cost of $3,854. In the same way, the costs are previously evaluated and we make it the sum, the investment or MobilDecor enterprise of the production of a co-friendly case according to the tangible and intangible fixed assets of $4,396 with 88 cents.
Value chain. Determining the value chain will help MobilDecor determine its competitive advantage. To do this, we will differentiate our two types of activities. Primary activities, which are the action focused on the physical elaboration of our product and the transfer process to the buyer, such as operation, activities related to the creation of organic cell phone case; marketing and sales, activities related to the search for new customers; market research, promotion, and advertising; post-sale service, activities related to the monitoring and follow-up of the fulfillment of expectations regarding the creation of case; generation of long-term alliances with customers. Secondary activities, which support the primary activities and include the participation of human resources, such as procurement, purchasing activities, acquisition of raw materials, inputs, and service in general; human resources, personnel selection and remuneration; technological development, activities related to the use of social network, equipment maintenance, and electronic services; company infrastructure, planning activities, management of financing agreements, finance and quality management. Business functional organizational structure. Organization. MobilDecor proposes a flat structure that allows you to define the personnel necessary to meet your objectives and goals. Organizational structure. Taking into consideration the nature of the business and its size, we have designed a simple flat structure, which to start with will have the following human resources: 1. Administrator; 2. Salesmen; 2. Operators; 1. Maintenance worker. Roles and responsibilities. Administrators: Ed will be in charge of hiring and selecting personnel; marketing; finance, such as collection and payments; salesperson: They will be in charge of providing personalized and friendly customer service; product sales and warehouse organization. Operators: they will be in charge of the elaboration and quality control of the product. Maintenance worker: it will be charged of the care, maintenance, and repair of machines.
Hello, my name is Oscar Yaguapas, and in this part I'm going to talk about the municipal permits. For a legal establishment, it is necessary to comply with the regulations of each country, in this case, Ecuador. So, in order to execute this project or company, we must do the following. Alright, so after this procedure and get all the permits, we must obtain all the benefits by the law, and we can be supported by them too. The first step of these permissions is a municipal permit. Okay, in this part we can get the licenses and the patents too for our company. Then we can enroll the company and reserve the names of the company too. Where we can do this? We can do this at the Registro Mercantil in Quito. We can do it through the webpage or presentially too. Here we must fill out all the formularies and pay everything about it. Then when we just paid everything, we can enroll and assign the partner's role in this company. You know, as a president, general manager, human talent department, supervisor, etc. Okay, and then we can get a RUC. RUC, RUC. RUC in Spanish means Registro Único del Contribuyente, and we can get it through the SRI page or SRA in Spanish. So SRI in Spanish means Servicio de Rentas Internas. And the RUC is a special ID for each company or person to work according to the establishment in this government, all right? And pay the correctly taxes in this country too. Well, once all approved, we can start sharing our company by some ways of marketing as a digital or physical too. You know, digital and physical, it can be as magazines, newspapers, TVs, social media like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, every social media to start to let them know about our company and start selling our product too.
Intangible assets are those that cannot be physically perceived, therefore they are often immaterial nature. To calculate the intangible assets with their amortization of MobilDecor. First we define what they are, then we calculate their approximate value to proceed to make the sum of all the values and to define the expense we both have. In this case is $1,098. To make the amortization within long term, and we calculate the future years in which we will have to pay this value. This helps us to calculate the loss and just project the profits.
To calculate the corresponding depreciation, in each period simply divide the value of the asset by the number of periods of the asset useful of life. Thank you.
Within the variable cost, we had the root material that for the first year monthly gets the amount of $107 with 41 cents. The transport for the raw material a total of $10. The packaging a total of $18 with 6 cents. The salary of operators that will be too necessary for the business a total of 900, and the salary of the salesman $425, which gives a monthly total of $1,460 with 47 cents, and annual a total of $17,525.64. The fixed costs include the payment of rent, electricity, water, telephone, internet, machinery maintenance, cleaning supplies, and the janitor's salary, which gives a monthly total of $665 and an annual total of $7,980. The administrative costs include the administrator's monthly salary of $425, office supplies $10 monthly, the payment of accounting services $200, and the payment for advertising $55, which gives a monthly total of $690 and an annual total of $8,280. Taking into account the fixed costs with a total of $7,980 annual, variable costs with a total of $1,460 with 47 cents annual, and administrative costs with a total of $8,280 for the first year. The expenditure budget gives us a total of $70,720 with 47 cents. In the table, we can see the total for the second and the third year.
Financing structure. Working capital. Working capital is the amount of money that MobilDecor needs to keep the business running. To calculate our working capital, we add the monthly amount of fixed, variable, and administrative costs. In fixed costs, we have $375, variable costs $902.8, and administrative costs $675. In other words, the approximate working capital our business needs to stay operational on a monthly basis will be $242.8 per month.
Alright, in this part we can find the picture of our fixed assets. In the last part, the total of our fixed assets are $3,854. We can find a green part and a blue part too. The green part are the fixed assets that we have, and it represents the 27.87%. The blue part are the fixed assets that we don't have yet, and it represents the 72.13%. Now, how can we carry out this company? Well, to carry out this company, we must acquire all the fixed assets in this picture. And how can we get the blue part? We can get the blue part by a loan from a bank, and we can pay it monthly or weekly.
The completion of this business plan served as a guide for the future creation of MobilDecor, in addition to determining the weaknesses and strengths of the project, correcting them, and developing the business in the most appropriate and efficient way possible. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Created using Powtoon.